And right now at 5, we have team coverage of the protests, including reaction from Republican lawmakers, why they're calling on the governor and Madison's mayor to take action.
And what downtown businesses are saying following a man's arrest that led to some of the protests.
Plus, coronavirus cases are continuing to increase in Wisconsin, including a single-day high reported by Dane County health officials.
This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us. Eric and Susan are off tonight. Governor Tony Evers has activated the National Guard to support law enforcement in Dane County.
This is in response to the violent protests that happened last night. Capitol Police said they responded to multiple attempts of people trying to breach the building. 2 statues from outside were also removed and damaged. Both have since been recovered. Madison Police said several state buildings were damaged. We have team coverage of the protest in downtown Madison. Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway is expected to speak soon. But first, let's start with Amy Reed, who heard from state lawmakers condemning what happened. Amy.
Today, Republicans said it was a lack of accountability and leadership from the governor and mayor of Madison that led to this destruction. They blame not only the response yesterday, but what they say is a lack of accountability for the last few weeks and for the violence we saw on State Street. Republicans said people, no matter the color of their skin, need to be held accountable, but they warned violence will deter action. Today, Assembly Speaker Voss told us he's open to reform, but said he doesn't want to rush it, saying a legislative session likely wouldn't come until after the election.
I think this is the opportunity for the protesters to feel good that we are going to come up with a product that everybody can live with, but it also means that if the protests turn violent, that is going to set people back to feel like, well, now the protesters are unreasonable and their demands are too.
Democrats, meanwhile, are also condemning the violence, particularly toward a member of their caucus. However, the Democratic leader in the Senate said the sad part is that all of this could have been prevented. The Republicans who control the legislature have refused to act to address systemic racism that threatens the fabric of our society. They won't even acknowledge it. Voss said today he is willing to address problems by increasing training and accountability for law enforcement, but he said 99% of police officers are good. He said they're human and make mistakes.
Amy, thank you. Dane County Sheriff Dave Mahoney is responding to the violence that has been happening in Madison. He's calling on organizations that have been leading recent protests in Madison to speak out against the violence.
I call on them today to publicly disparage these acts of violence, because it is their silence and failure to denounce and stand against these extreme acts of violence which endanger the lives of the very people they advocate for and the children of families impacted by these issues.
The sheriff went on to say that protesters should not block entrances into public safety buildings because it poses a risk if someone is having a medical emergency.
A state senator from Milwaukee says he was assaulted by the protesters last night while video recording the crowd with his phone. Video posted on Twitter by Democratic Senator Tim Carpenter shows 2 people running up to him. Carpenter says he was punched and kicked in the head, neck, and ribs and believes he may have a concussion.
Also last night, someone tried to set the city-county building on fire. A picture released by the county shows a person throwing a Molotov cocktail at the building. Individuals as well broke multiple windows.
Our Adam Duxter is live with an inside look at the damage and the cleanup. Adam?
Charlotte and Mark, those I spoke with today say it's lucky that the fire started just behind these first floor windows, didn't spread any more than it actually did. But inside, the damage is still significant with dust, broken glass, and fire damage inside multiple cubicles. Today, Dane County Executive Joe Parisi is crediting sheriff's deputies as well as those from the 911 call center just across the hall for their quick response. Although he says there's no excuse for those who are responsible.
I think what's important now is that everyone step back and take a deep breath. There's a lot of justified emotion out there, and people have some legitimate gripes, but we have to look at where do we want to be as a community? What do we want to accomplish as a result of everything we've learned and that we're learning, and how do we get there? And certainly torching a building is not the way to move forward as a community.
Parisi says one of his main concerns were the people inside the building, including 180 inmates staying there temporarily. We'll hear even more from Parisi, as well as a closer look inside the damage here at the City County building tonight at 6 o'clock. But we are going to hear from Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway now, who is addressing these issues and answering questions from the media for the first time.
I recognize, as I know many in our community do, that there is deep pain as a result of the long-term historical harms to the Black community, much of which is just now being acknowledged by the white community in our country as a product of seeing a video that showed the brutal killing of George Floyd at the hands of police. But what happened in Madison last night was far from the peaceful protests that have largely marked our community's grieving process over recent weeks. The behaviors that we saw were incredibly dangerous, putting people's lives at risk. It is important that we separate First Amendment protests from those engaged in criminal conduct. Last night, people attacked a state senator who championed workers' rights in 2011. Pulled people out of their cars, and attempted to set fire to a building with dozens of people inside. Anyone who engaged in violence and criminal conduct against people or property on the streets of Madison will be held accountable. I have asked that the Madison Police Department expedite the investigation into all the incidents of cars pushing through crowds, arson, including throwing Molotov cocktails into buildings, and other incidents putting people in harm's way, and to make arrests or issue citations as warranted. I have also asked for Yeshua Musa's initial appearance before a judge to be expedited so that his case can be resolved. I recognize that we need better options in our community to de-escalate situations and offer restorative justice. Over the past weeks, we have heard chants of who keeps us safe, we keep us safe. It is time for that us and that we to include everyone in Madison. Because every single person who lives here deserves to be and to feel safe in our city. And it is up to every single one of us to make that true. Everyone, police, protester, elected official, business owner, resident, everyone must find it within themselves to show compassion and kindness for each other and to care about each other's safety and well-being. People are asking for real, substantive changes, and the city is responding. Today, Madison City and school district leaders agreed to end the contract for school resource officers, known as SROs, the police officers that are stationed in high schools, calling for a new approach to managing conflicts in our schools and supporting student needs. Myself, Council President Sherry Carter, and Alders Bedar, Balday, Moreland, McKinney, Rummel, Martin, Kemble, Furman, and Heck are co-sponsoring a resolution that will be introduced tomorrow to terminate the contract before the beginning of the next school year. We expect that the school board will vote on this matter on Monday. Please see School Board President Gloria Ray's statement on this. Local community organizers have been calling for the end of the SRO contract, citing significant racial disparities, school-based arrests, and citations. Ending this contract, effectively removing SROs from schools, is a first step in addressing this disparity. We must now work together to redirect funding from police to new forms of youth and student support. City alders and county supervisors and city staff are closely evaluating alternative ways to respond to crises in schools and in our community. And I will let Alder Arvina Martin respond to questions about that issue. I want all of our community to know that these are the first of many steps we must take, and that government here in Wisconsin and in the city of Madison is listening and being responsive. We are working to end the violence and keep everyone safe. Everyone in Madison must now be part of this effort to create safety where there is fear, to create understanding where there is mistrust, and to bring healing where there has been harm.
So you've been listening to Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway talking about the violent protest from last night. And as you heard, there was breaking news in her talk. Mayor Rhodes Conway is ordering school resource officers to be removed from schools. We will have more on the mayor's remarks coming up on News 3 Now at 6. A 28-year-old Sun Prairie man was beaten and robbed by protesters after Madison police say he, quote, inadvertently drove into their path last night. Madison police said the man was actually on his way to the hospital to pick up his girlfriend when he says he was attacked as he turned from Williamson Street onto John Nolan Drive around 10:30 last night. He ended up in a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries himself. Madison police said they are investigating many acts of overnight violence.
We are finding out new information tonight about the series of events that preceded last night's protest in downtown Madison.
28-year-old activist Devon Ray Johnson was arrested after a video shows that he was disrupting restaurant customers, shouting with a megaphone and threatening them with a bat. But from what business owners along State Street told us today, this had been happening for several days now. Jamie Perez joins us live with more on what led to last night's events. Jamie?
Well, multiple business owners told me that this has been happening for the past several days. Now, a lot of them did not feel comfortable or safe enough to talk with me on camera about this, but they all said pretty much the same thing, that he was coming in, demanding free food, free drinks, and then threatened to burn down their buildings and threaten them with a bat if they failed to do so. Now, he was actually caught on camera by one of these business owners that we spoke with today doing something similar about 10 days ago, and he has been back doing the same thing to several businesses up and down State Street, according to this business owner. Many of the businesses we spoke with today said they are all for the protest, but they're scared for their safety as well as the safety of their employees and customers.
It was very scary. My wife was shaking. I was shaking. Again, I felt like it might be best to just give them what they want.
Now, a lot of these businesses say that they cannot take any more damages or financial loss over the past few months based on what's happened the past few months, that they are fighting right alongside the movement of protesters, but they do just want things to be handled peacefully. And we also spoke with another business owner who says he's actually been sleeping in his restaurant overnight because he's scared of what's going to happen overnight. He's just trying to protect his business. We will share his experience coming up tonight at 6.
Jamie, thank you.
Earlier today on News 3 Now this morning, our Christina Laurie talked to protesters about the statues they took down. One protester told us they do not feel like the state is moving forward.
The state of Wisconsin is false flagging its values. These statues up here represent a progression that African Americans don't have.
Yeah, I mean, the statue itself, it was called forward.
And we're not moving forward, we're moving backwards. So this don't need to be here until we're ready to move forward.
Anderson Carter says a lot more needs to be done across Wisconsin. She says she'd like to see the governor spend more time in Madison and focus on the whole state rather than just Milwaukee. She says that the assistant chief of police has reached out to her and they hope to start a dialogue about the problems in the state.
We will continue to keep you up to date on everything that is happening in downtown Madison. We have team coverage on the protest tonight on News 3 Now at 6 and 10, as well as on our website, channel3000.com. Over 400 new cases of coronavirus have been confirmed in Wisconsin in the past 24 hours. 71 of those cases are in Dane County, which is the county's highest number of cases to date. 25,846 positive cases have been confirmed in the state, including 757 deaths. Of those positive cases, 78% of patients have made a full recovery.
New cases of the virus in the United States have surged to the highest levels in 2 months. The U.S. reported 34,700 new cases Tuesday. That's more than any single day since April 24th. And California announced a new record of more than 7,000 cases in the last 24 hours. Hospitalizations are on the rise in at least 14 states. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, a grand jury has indicted the 3 men accused of killing a black jogger in Georgia, and the latest on the charges. And coming up tonight at 6, the Assembly Committee on Education addresses how to safely reopen schools this fall. That's at 6. But first, here's a look at the Dow. The Industrial's down 710 points. The NASDAQ off 220. The S&P down 81. We'll be right back.
It's time to celebrate at Furniture and Appliance Mart's Stars and Stripes event. Save up to 50% off all appliances, plus 18 months financing with no minimum purchase, and free doorstep drop-off from Wisconsin's own Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Save at Wild Easttown Honda on over 400 new Hondas with 0% financing for up to 60 months. Save on your favorite new Hondas at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Millions of inventory must be sold. Prices are slashed up to 60% off retail. Save thousands. Save big on new hot tubs, spas, and saunas. See the Michael Phelps Signature Swim Spas by Master Spas.
Hi, I'm Michael Phelps. Join the swimming revolution.
The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show this weekend in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Visit 1-800-SPASale.com.
No one sells more. Wild Automotive sells more SUVs and all-wheel drives combined than any other dealer. Wild is the #1 volume SUV and all-wheel drive retailer in Southeast Wisconsin. The more we sell, the more you save. WildAuto.com.
Salute massive savings at Ashley Home Store's Stars and Stripes event. Save up to 60% off. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. And interest-free financing for 3 years on top of our very best deals. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Thursday morning, Hattie has some warmer temps in store for us before another chance of storms roll in.
And we're continuing to monitor protests in Madison and across the country.
We'll get you caught up on everything that happens overnight starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now.
A prosecutor has announced that the 3 men have been indicted on murder charges in the killing of a black man in coastal Georgia, Ahmaud Arbery. A Glynn County grand jury has indicted Travis McMichael, Greg McMichael, and William Roddy Bryan Jr. on malice and felony murder charges in Arbery's death. Arbery was killed in February when Greg and Travis McMichael, a white father and son, armed themselves and pursued the 25-year-old black man running in their neighborhood. Greg McMichael told police he suspected Arbery was a burglar and that Arbery referee attacked his son before being shot.
Let's get a look at your first warn weather. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti with your forecast.
Well, Charlotte, just like the last couple of days, we have some showers and thunderstorms that have popped up during the heat of the afternoon. You can see some of these are producing some brief heavy downpours as they track off toward the southeast. One about just ready to move through the city of Madison, others back toward Lone Rock. And you can see them all just kind of drifting toward the south and east. Some flashes of lightning in there. Some of them don't even have lightning, but have some brief heavy downpours. But a wider perspective shows the rain coming to an end in northern Wisconsin. And as the sun goes down, the atmosphere cools off. These showers and thunderstorms will fizzle out by mid to late evening. Now, tomorrow will be a dry day, but on Friday, the Storm Prediction Center does have a slight risk of severe thunderstorms already over much of southern and eastern Wisconsin as temperatures get up into the mid to upper 80s. Hail, high winds, and heavy rainfall will be the main threat. So we do have an alert day in the forecast for Friday and mainly Friday evening for that potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Rainfall amounts are going to be very spotty. Some areas could pick up an inch or two of rain and heavier thunderstorms. Other areas may pick up less than a quarter of an inch. It just depends on where those storms actually line up. Three things you need to know. Well, you can, for some reason, that graphic doesn't seem to be updating. But if you look at temperatures and dew points over the next 48 hours, tonight we'll look for low temperatures in the middle 50s because the dew point temperatures are staying in the 50s. The air is dry. But as the humidity starts to increase and the temperatures start to jump up into the 80s, it'll feel more like summer, especially as we head toward the latter part of this week and pretty much through all of next week through the 4th of July holiday. Temperatures right now in the 60s where the rain has cooled the air in northern Wisconsin, lower 70s here. Most of the Midwest still seeing, our part of the Midwest seeing temperatures in the 70s. Upper level winds right now temporarily out of the north and northwest bringing those light showers, but notice how the jet stream is pushing northward, not far out to the west of us. That's a sign the heat is starting to build. And while we look at the surface weather map, there's a little trough of low pressure triggering these showers here. To the west, there's a warm front, a trough of low pressure, and warmer weather, which is starting to develop. In fact, if you look at current temperatures, we're in the 70s, the 80s are to our west, and the 90s are starting to build in Colorado and Kansas, and that will start working northward with time. So as we look at the dew point temperatures, they're still pretty tolerable in the mid-50s, starting to see some 60-degree plus dew points farther out to the west, and with time, we'll not only become more humid, but we'll see temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. So as we check out our forecast for tomorrow, look for a sunny and slightly warmer day, high temperature topping out at 81 degrees. As we check out future track beginning early on Friday morning, we'll start to see a couple of showers and thunderstorms pop up early in the day. We'll see a few more showers and storms in the afternoon, but by evening, everything will start to clear out as the wind shift around to the west, and that will end the severe weather threat. And again, that may limit the rainfall amounts if those storms fire up later rather than earlier. So we could see a little bit less rain than originally expected. Still an alert day in the forecast for Friday, and then you can see those temperatures well into the 80s, close to 90 on a few days through much of next week. I think the highest rain chances will be from Sunday night into Monday as the humidity levels jump up a notch, but even into the 4th of July, very little in the way of rain chances. A chance for a shower or thunderstorm every day, but any given day, the rain chance is relatively low. As we take a look at first warn traffic, there's the view of the Beltline at Park Street. Traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions. Not seeing any problems either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate, so travel times are pretty normal, about 15 minutes in either direction there. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, 17 minutes to Sauk City on US 12 from Middleton northward, and to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. It's a 15-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, the future of girls wrestling in Wisconsin. We'll tell you what the WIAA Board of Controls voted on for the sport ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your local Monk's Bar and Grill is open for dine-in guests and convenient takeout. Come visit Monk's and enjoy award-winning apps, burgers, and more while dining safely with us. Visit monksbarandgrill.com to order online and easily view our menus.
Going on now, 4 days only. Save big at Grand Appliance and avoid big box crowds this holiday during the Friends and Family Sale. Shop online or at your local Grand Appliance. Double up on Grand exclusive savings. Up to $1,000 on top of already reduced July 4th pricing. Take advantage of safe online, phone, and virtual shopping options. Plus, your choice of either no-contact curbside or in-home delivery services. Don't delay. Grand Appliance Friends and Family Sale ends this Sunday, June 28th.
Right now at Steinhoffel's, all American-made furniture and mattresses are on sale. Save 35% store-wide plus an extra 5% off the largest selection of quality American-made furniture. And take advantage of no money down financing for 60 months and free no-contact shipping. Get special pricing on these two sofas, $299 and $399. Wisconsin-made solid wood queen beds, your choice $599. American-made solid wood dining table, now $849. Shop Steinhoffel's 4th of July sale now.
iMart Express has provided quality eyewear and same-day service to your community. With sights set on the path forward, we continue to rally together to keep your future in focus. Get 2 pairs of single vision glasses for under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives for under $80. We've implemented additional measures to ensure the safety of everyone that comes into our stores. We thank our local heroes for your dedication to our community. For more information, visit imartexpress.com.
Happy 4th of July Super Sale, happening this week at the Brothers Maine. Come in now for more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We make upgrading your home more convenient at Maine with up to 18 months of 0% financing and expert-free delivery. Get more at the 4th of July Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction. And happy birthday, USA, from the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Your local Monk's Bar and Grill is open for dine-in guests and convenient takeout. Come visit Monk's and enjoy award-winning apps, burgers, and more while dining safely with us. Visit monksbarandgrill.com to order online and easily view our menus.
So big news when it comes to girls wrestling in Wisconsin. Just over an hour ago, the WIAA Board of Control approved adding a girls wrestling tournament to the 2021-22 school year. The board said girls can wrestle boys during the regular season, but must go their separate ways during the tournament series. The board voted unanimously 10-0 to approve the girls state tournament.
And the Big Ten has released its first team all-decade basketball team, and a Wisconsin Badger made the list. Frank Kaminsky made the list for the Badgers. The 7-footer took the Badgers to the Final Four his junior year and to the national championship his senior year. He also won Player of the Year honor in his final year with Wisconsin. Kaminsky helped Wisconsin in 115 games over his 4 years. Other players that made the first team list include Michigan's Trey Burke, Ohio State's Evan Turner, Michigan State's Draymond Green, and Denzel Valentine. Wisconsin's Ethan Happ made the second team all-decade team yesterday. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast when we come back.
Salute massive savings at Ashley Home Store's Stars and Stripes event. Save up to 60% off. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. And interest-free financing for 3 years on top of our very best deals. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Save big money in your next project with 11% off everything right now at Menards. All Patriot Lighting ceiling fans are 11% off. This Miller Station 52-inch LED ceiling fan features an industrial appearance with vintage-style bulbs. $114.81 after 11% off. Over 120 in-stock Sylvania LED bulbs are 11% off. These bulbs use 85% less energy than traditional 60-watt bulbs. $531 after 11% off. Start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes. This 4th of July, in just 10 minutes, you'll look incredible. This is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. It's a cream. It's a topical. It literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. It feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it and I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, and I felt something happening, but I had no idea. Like, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
I did this to my father at home because I was skeptical. Yes, I admit it. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. The appearance of his under eye bag was completely gone. We were screaming. You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself, I am telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real. This 4th of July is the best time to get Plexiderm for $14.95 and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Ashley Home Store's Mattress Marathon ends soon. Don't miss our biggest mattress sale of the year. Pay as little as $22 a month for Tempur-Pedic with 6 years no-interest financing. Doorbuster Queen mattresses are just $95 while they last. Through Monday at Ashley Home Store.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, the U.S. sees its highest number of cases since April. We'll tell you which states broke records today and the group of states requiring out-of-state travelers to quarantine upon arrival. Plus, all over the country, 911 calls about illegal fireworks are up. Why and what's being done to stop it? And Band of Sisters. We have a great story about a team of female firefighters making history and encouraging the next generation. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
And here's Gary with a final check of your forecast.
Well, we had some sun and we had some showers roll through. Take a look at the time lapse from the Edgewater sky cam. You can see a heavier shower moving through and then some sunshine. And look what's happening now. A line of heavier showers and thunderstorms sweeping in. That's the very latest view, the live view from the Edgewater sky cam. You can see showers and thunderstorms dropping southward across the state. Some heavier cells just north of Madison as temperatures stay in the upper 60s to low 70s.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 6.